Hi, and welcome to the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Shelley Whitehead. Thanks so much for joining us right here on Charter Channel 8, where you can see us 6 days a week. The great thing, though, is we are technologically savvy here at the Owatonna Today Show, so you can always find us on the internet. We are on YouTube, and all you got to do is look for Owatonna Today Show. And Leanne does upload the most recent episode right to the Third Hand Incorporated... thirdhandvideo.com. I could read it, but I'd rather have her tell me. thirdhandvideo.com webpage, where she has an entire page just for the Owatonna Today Show. And we are on Facebook. That's the great thing, is that if you like us on Facebook, she does upload the most recent episode right there, so it's a great way to keep up with what's going on in your community, like today. We're going to be catching up with the Steele County Sheriff's Office, as well as a look at possible harp lessons. If you love the harp and you've always kind of wondered what it'd be like, we're going to give you an inside look on how you can do that inexpensively, and just a great way to kind of dally with it and see what you think. So make sure you stay with us. You know, we're always looking for great ideas, other opportunities to get you on the air, talk about what you're passionate about. Just got to give us a call at 390-5751, or you can contact us at Owatonna Today at charter.net and let us know what's going on so we can get it on the air. So stay with us. We will be right back.
Hi, I'm Jody Voisin with the staff at Fairview Animal Medical Center, your other family doctor. Fairview Animal Medical Center is a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
When using a fire extinguisher, we suggest using the pass system. Pull the pin at the top of the extinguisher that keeps the handle from being accidentally pressed. Aim the nozzle toward the base of the fire. Squeeze the handle to discharge the extinguisher. If you release the handle, the discharge will stop. Sweep the nozzle back and forth at the base of the fire. After the fire appears to be out, watch it carefully since it may reignite. If you have the slightest doubt about whether or not to fight the fire, get out and close the door behind you. This has been a safety message from the Owatonna Fire Department.
Hi, my name is Dave Olson and I'm with R&K Electric, where we provide power to the people. We're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, I'm Lynn Andrews and I play Dorothy Quimby.
And I'm Matt Durand and I play Bob Quimby in LTO's current production of Ramona Quimby, directed by Sandy Hardy Hagen and sponsored by Federated Insurance.
Performances of Ramona Quimby will be held Friday and Saturday, June 13th and 14th at 7:30 p.m., with a matinee on Sunday, June 15th at 2 p.m.
And again the following Thursday through Saturday, June 19th, 20th, and 21st at 7:30 p.m.
Tickets are available at the LTO box office by calling 451-0764.
Don't miss LTO's production of Ramona Quimby.
And we're back with the Owatonna Today Show. In studio, I have with me Leanne T. Hi.
Good morning.
How are you?
Doing well.
I'm so glad to have you here today.
No, thank you. Thank you for inviting.
Do me a quick favor and introduce yourself.
My name's Leanne Thiele. I'm your sheriff of Steele County.
Okay. Well, we want to talk a little bit about some fun stuff. So there are some people who are watching this TV show about a women in prison, and I wanted to start off with that. What's the difference between prison and jail?
Well, the difference on a prison and jail is basically 1 day. Anything after 365 days makes it prison term.
Okay.
And prior to that is jail time.
Okay, so you at the jail have to be careful that you don't keep anybody past that time limit.
Without the judge's orders, we can't do anything different.
Okay.
We should back up a little bit,
yeah,
though.
let's do it.
I heard that something about the harp lessons and everything.
Yeah.
That is not coming from me. I have absolutely no musical talent.
You
so
don't?
No, that is not being taught by me.
Maybe you should take lessons,
Well,
and
I
then
don't
you
know.
could have some talent. Because I don't know. It looks pretty fun.
Well,
It could be soothing.
Could be interesting, though.
And it could soothe the inmates, you know, as you are playing.
That's not coming from me.
Well, I wanted to talk about a little bit, because you've kind of gone through some changes over at the jail. There was a time when a pod, which is, well, explain to me what a pod is. I could explain it, but you
Sure. A pod, we have 3 pods at the jail, and the detention center, I should use politically correct. But at the detention center, we have 3 pods, and one of the pods was closed down here about 2 years ago, maybe even longer now. We had very few inmates. Some people think that's a great idea, but or plan, but when you have a cost to run that jail, it's not efficient.
Because you're losing money. You're still operating, there's still lights on.
Absolutely.
And yet there's no...
Yeah, absolutely. We have basically a $280,000 area sitting empty. So we were able to, it worked out nicely where we had some retirements and we had some people leaving that I didn't have to lay anyone off. And it was, I believe it was about $279,000 that we saved by shutting that pod down.
Okay.
I should say offset that money just because we didn't have to hire back to fill or staff that pod.
Okay.
Now, it's once again, it's inefficient to leave a pod empty, so we looked around and we tried to get some other ways of trying to make this effective, and we were able to lock in with the Department of Corrections on a state contract, and we are now housing some inmates from outside area prisons. And
are these prisons that maybe it might have some overcrowding issues?
That's absolutely it. It's overcrowding, but it's also some remodeling that they're doing too.
Okay.
So they have to find places that they can put them for that. So we were able to lock in on a contract, and it's a year-to-year contract, but we were able to fill up that empty pod. I had to obviously hire people back, but we were able to fill up that empty pod and offset some money that way.
Is it normal for sometimes inmates to be transferred from place to place to accommodate these kind of issues?
Yeah, there's nothing abnormal about that. It's something that if I have, in fact, it could happen with us too. If I have a certain amount of people there and I have somebody brought in that we don't want to have, like say a high-profile person or a dangerous person, we'll put that one person somewhere else in another jail. You might not gain the dollar on that person, but you save the problem.
Yeah. So I would imagine sometimes I feel like working with this kind of institution, it feels a little bit like a people factory, but you really do consider the inmates themselves on an individual basis to make sure that you are providing for them the best way you can.
Oh, we have to, and we're, and that's not only our plan, but we're governed by the DOC with their inmates, but also with some other OSHA or labor laws that we have to cover and make sure we protect who we have in there.
What is one of the benefits for Steele County to have this kind of detention center in there? Because I know that we might not even think of it if we've never had to be there or never had to be a part of it. What is one of the benefits of having that in our area?
Well, the benefit is we're able to offset some dollar here, and I can touch on that a little bit. I had to basically budget about $3.5 million to have the jail up and running. Now, detention centers are never made to make money, unless you're a private firm. And then at a private firm, obviously you're there for that sole dollar. But we have to plan for the just in cases, and we had about a $3.5 million budget that we were setting because of the inmates that we had. And we were able to reduce that by almost $500,000 with taking on this state contract. So that was a benefit. Now, other than having the detention center in Steele County, we could try some other means if the state contract falls away in time, and eventually it will, but until then we're going to take advantage of the state dollar and keep it coming into Steele County.
Yeah. So we also wanted to talk a little bit about some interesting things, because as working with the Sheriff's Office, you of course working with all of Steele County.
Yes.
And so it's kind of a big area.
432 square miles.
Wow. So there's a lot of work going on into keeping that place safe. And so one of the things that we're noticing recently is some amazing construction that is going on, especially around 35.
Oh, this is going to be a headache before it becomes happy. And this is the easy time now. They're ripping up the southbound lane now, and they're showing you where they have the detours and everything set aside, and it's right now it's an easy one. As soon as they get back to the other side, they're going to detour people around. The signs will be up. Hopefully the businesses keep going good with the signage that the state will put out there. I'd hate to see any business falter a little, but once it's completed, it's going to be much better and safer for our community and the residents running through our community.
Yeah, because I know there's some issues with some of those on-ramps, especially around that 14 intersection. It's kind of a little bit iffy, so they're trying to make those a little bit safer. And the lanes, I know they're widening those to make it a little bit safer as well.
And that alone is going to be a tremendous help, especially when you're southbound on 35. And one thing about I-35 is it splits Owatonna.
Yeah.
And that's what made it difficult for the state to try and fix the road the way as quickly as they could. But it's going to happen. It's going to be completed. Hopefully it's going to be completed on time. And when it is completed, we'll have safer roads out there, hopefully.
We want to talk, though, about either avoiding the construction, because there are plenty of ways to get around that construction in the Owatonna area, but talk specifically to me about how to drive in those kind of construction zones.
Well, let's make sure, first off, we give us a lot of time. I mean, make sure you give yourself a lot of time. Just like driving in winter conditions, now you're driving in construction conditions. And we all know in Minnesota, that's our 5th season.
Yeah.
So make sure we're driving safely, we're driving slow. Give the construction workers plenty of room and space. Don't want to get in an accident with injury like that. But for us local people, we know back roads.
Yeah.
We know areas we can stay out of the construction zones that could help the other ones too. So if you know a shortcut, if you know a different way around, play it that way. But just please give yourself enough time to make it through the construction routes.
And right now that is basically at that 14 exit, and I know Medford is now closed, so those are the two that you're going to really want to just take those back roads around.
Yes, and just give yourself time.
Yeah. And then we talked a little bit, there's going to be some events. We do have Medford Straight River Days coming up.
Medford Straight River Days is coming up this weekend. And Ellendale Days will be after that.
And as the Sheriff's Department, what are some of your responsibilities for those kind of events?
Oh, I throw candy at all the kids. I'll be in a squad car and I'll throw candy and I'll wave and I'll do that. I love getting in there and talking with the children and just seeing people that I haven't been able to see for the longest time and no, that's my role. I get up there and I'll throw the candy and wave and smile because I love doing that.
Yeah.
And then Ellendale Days, I'll be riding a horse and Blooming Prairie Days when they have that, or 4th of July, I'll be on the horse on that too. Barring the weather, see what happens. And I know the one year we actually had to cancel the horse riding because it was so hot.
Oh no.
Well, you have to look out for the animals too.
So it's interesting because each city has their own police department, and you as a sheriff's office kind of try and bring those together. You were trying to work with all of them. How's that challenging for you to be able to work with those different departments?
Well, actually, Blooming Prairie has their own police department. Owatonna has their own police department, but Ellendale and Medford are contracted with us at the Steele County Sheriff's Office.
Okay.
So that works it out. It makes it easier. Now, I do have that many more councils that I go to, but I'm the sheriff of Steele County. I want to be seen and I want to talk to whomever I can in Steele County if they have concerns or if there's something I need to know about. Some people like seeing me in the town. Some people want to just call me. Some people just come to my office. So I'm the sheriff. I'm here for a reason. So come find me if you have any questions. I can see if I can help you out.
Good. Thank you so much for your time today.
Well,
it was a pleasure
inviting.
talking to you again. And if they do want to get a hold of you, how do they do that?
Have the website on hand, or else you can contact 444-3800 and ask for me or my voicemail, or I return everything I get.
Well, that's good to know because I got a list here
that
we'll be going over
Thank
later.
you.
Yeah. All right. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. Please stay with us.
Hi, my name is Dave Efforts with TPS Insurance. We're here to handle all your insurance needs. We are a very proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
I didn't just want another job, I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
I was new to town and I didn't know where to turn for a job, so I decided to express myself.
I decided to express myself, and they helped find the right career for me.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
Have you talked to your teen about marijuana lately? Maybe you should. Regular marijuana use can sap a teen's motivation to learn. Users do not live up to their potential and drop out of positive activities. Marijuana affects memory and learning and stays in your system for weeks. Marijuana also affects judgment and perception. Reaction time when driving is reduced by 41% after smoking one joint and 63% after smoking two, affecting the safety of your teen and other drivers on the road. You need to talk to your teen about the effects of marijuana use. It's not just a harmless high. For more information, please contact the Steele County Safe and Drug-Free Coalition.
Hi, I'm Doug Johnson with the Owatonna Business Incubator. We're here to help small businesses start and to grow. We're a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Welcome to Bremer Bank. I am Jason Iberg.
And I am Shannon Pedersen.
Bremer is a full financial services bank.
We invite you to stop by Bremer Bank and experience the Bremer difference.
You are always welcome at Bremer.
Hello, I'm David Einhaus with the Owatonna Foundation. Thank you to all of our donors who have helped make Owatonna a better place to live. Will you join us today with a financial gift? Owatonna Foundation is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show. We are in the Strings Academy building, and I have with me Abigail. Hi, Abigail.
Hi.
So go ahead and introduce yourself.
I am Abigail Hansen, and I am 15 years old, and I've been playing the harp for 9 years.
I was totally going to try and pretend that was me. I didn't know how you could play, and then we could switch really fast, and I could be sitting there and say, see, oh, I'm so good, but it wasn't totally going to work. I think they would have been able to tell.
Maybe.
So, Abigail, this is... every child plays the harp. You know, it's normal. They all pick it up. No.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Everyone has one in their house. This is, of course, a beautiful instrument. It's iconic. It's been around for thousands of years. Mm-hmm. What made you decide that, wow, I should play the harp?
Well, a friend of mine had played the harp, and she had only played for about a year. And the school district, the Owatonna School District, has 5 harps, which is insane because most colleges don't even have 5 harps. So when she stopped playing, then there was a harp available for me to rent. And I just knew that was the thing for me. And at that time, I'd already played piano for 3 years. And so... And I also thought about the violin, but then I decided that was too squeaky. So I decided not to go with the violin. And so
your mom also probably encouraged that as well.
Yeah. And one thing that actually my mom and I didn't realize about the harp is that in Owatonna, playing the harp is not expensive. It's actually costs the same amount or less than playing a violin.
Whereas if you're in the cities, it might cost quite a bit more.
Right. And just because of the harps that we have in Owatonna available for rent, then it makes it really affordable. So it was affordable, I thought it was beautiful, and that was just kind of what
And then you fell in love, and here you are. So how long ago was that you started?
It was 9 years ago.
9 years. So you've been playing the harp for 9 years. So you're just itty-bitty. No, we have 2 harps here.
Right.
I'm guessing you started on a smaller version.
Yep, I actually started on that harp.
Okay.
And I played that one for about 4 years, and then I played this one for 2 years, or 3 years, yeah, and then a couple years ago we bought my harp.
Now, do they, would this be considered a concert harp, or?
It's not, actually. It is considered a petite pedal,
okay.
Which, the harp is beautiful and has a beautiful name, petite
yeah,
pedal.
It does.
It's not a concert grand. A concert grand would probably be about 6 inches taller and a lot bigger. So.
And this looks old. Do you have any idea how old some of these harps are?
Those were made in about the 70s.
Okay.
So those are really old. And this one was made, we think, in about 65.
Okay.
So this harp, and that's very old for harps. And the school district has a few very nice harps, and then there's some harps like this that are just getting old, and sometime, they're not going to. be playable.
Playing the piano, does that give you an advantage to playing the harp?
For sure, yes. The keys on a piano are in the same order as strings on a harp.
So where's middle C?
Middle C is right here.
Okay.
And so the reds are C's and the blacks are F's, and so everything else is in between.
So you kind of already, you understood the keyboard, so to speak.
Right, exactly. And that really helps because the music is the same. But you don't, the cool thing about harp is that you don't need any music experience at all. You can just come up to it and you don't need any.
And you're making some beautiful music. And we're talking about that today because Abigail has decided in her infant wisdom at 15 that there are so many people in Owatonna area who love the idea of the harp that she's decided she's going to give lessons. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, like I said before, the school district has 5 harps, and I think that that's amazing.
Yeah.
And I really want people to be playing those harps because they won't be around forever. And most school districts do not have that opportunity, and whenever I play at an event, there's always people who come up to me and say, whether they're adults or children, they are always saying, you know, I would love to play the harp, I've always dreamed of playing the harp, and so that's what this is for. You get 4 lessons in 2 weeks, and it's just a little sampler to see if the harp is for you, and if you've just always wanted to touch a harp, and adults can take it too, it's not just for kids, and anyone going into kindergarten all the way up can be in.
And right here at the String Academy is where that's going to take place.
It'll take place right in this room, and there's 3 harps here at the String Academy, these 2, and then right across the hall is a harp practice room. And so if you don't feel like you want to have a harp in your house, you can come in every day to the String Academy and just practice in that room, and you can reserve it, and so no one will be in and out. And so it'll be just like playing at your own house. So.
And can you rent one of the ones from the school if you're like, oh, this is awesome?
Right,
Then
yep, you definitely can. The harps are available for rent.
Well, one of the things I know as a parent, oftentimes we think about how kids can use this in their future. Music, first of all, is one of the things that they've shown scientifically really does help a student grow academically. It really gives them focus and dedication. But what can a person do with a stringed instrument in their future? What kind of opportunities might they have?
Well, in high school, Mr. Owsley right now is the orchestra teacher, and he does a great job, and so they can look forward to being in orchestras, and there's also orchestras throughout their elementary and junior high and high school years, and especially with the harp, there are so many great opportunities. One thing that most people don't realize is that a harp can be played in a band also. This past year I got the great opportunity of playing with the concert band at the high school, and I love that. That was so much fun. So the harp has a lot of versatility just in that way. Orchestra and band. I've even seen people put them on a cart and be in a marching band.
Well, and then also, this is an instrument that maybe not as much, but it can be used in ceremonies, weddings, that kind of thing, because, like you said, it's beautiful. So when are you starting lessons?
Lessons are starting on June 23rd, and students have the choice of booking either Monday, Wednesday, or Tuesday, Thursday lessons, and that's just for 2 weeks, so they run through the week of July 2nd.
And then if they find out that they do love it or their child loves it, they can book more lessons.
For sure, yep.
It's a starter pack, in a way.
Right.
Well, you have prepared something for us, I hear, and so we're going to take the last couple minutes and we're going to watch Abigail. I might just end up in heaven for a few minutes. You'll have to ignore me. We're going to focus on Abigail as she plays us out of this segment. So stay with us. When we're done here, we'll be right back.
Hi, Warren Abraham Consulting Technologies, your one-stop technology shop. We support the Owatonna Today Show.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress.
Making life a little easier day after day, taking pride in our community, listening to what you say, a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you in mind in everything we do. Owatonna Public Utilities.
And we're back with the Owatonna Today Show. Hey, let's take a look at some of the community announcements so we can see what's going on in the area. Like, it's Adopt a Shelter Cat Month for the Steele County Humane Society. They're encouraging and celebrating the adoption of rescue cats by reducing their adoption prices $25 for any cat or kitten you choose to adopt during the month of June. I know when you go when you call them and you talk about the prices, it covers all of their shots, neutering, all the things that you would have to pay for. It's done. It's hassle-free. It's a great opportunity, and it's a sale. Well, you can't go wrong with that. Call 507-451-4512 to meet the fabulous felines and get your own fur baby this month. The Owatonna Arts Center has their events coming up, including Dine to Donate, where you eat at Applebee's. Let them know you want to help raise funds for the Owatonna Arts Center, and they'll get 10% of the sales. That's this Thursday. Also, the Family Art Event Sidewalk Art coming up Saturday, June 21st from 3 to 4:30. It's a great chance to play with chalk, basic chalk to spray chalk, see what that's like. And then there's their Summer Solstice Movie Night on Saturday as well at 8 p.m. where you get to see Despicable Me with your family. It is time to look at what's going on in June for kids at the Arts Center, including their Artsy Book Club with Diamond Willow. Read the book Diamond Willow by Helen Frost, and then come to the Arts Center to discuss the book, and create an art project. That's all happening on Tuesday, June 24th. There's also Preschool Art House, and in this child with adult classes, they're going to be talking about the process, not the product, as you can explore different mediums throughout the week. And that does start Thursdays from June 18th through July 16th. So contact the Art Center for more information regarding that. They're also hosting the easel exhibition at the Art Center called Experience Art in Southeastern Libraries. And it's showcasing original artworks by regional artists. It revolves around each artist's interpretation of the themes of books. So check that out at the Art Center, and we'll check you out on Friday when we're going to be talking to the Plant Ladies as well as get a United Way update for the Bremer Grant, all coming up on Friday. See you then.